In the beginning of years, when the world was so new and all, the animals were just starting to work for man. But there was one animal, a camel, who lived right in the middle of a howling desert. Why? Because he did not want to work. Not one bit. He would sit all day long under a cool date palm, munching on dates and thorns and milkweed. And whenever anyone tried to talk to him, he'd just say, "Humph." Just humph. And absolutely nothing more. So, on a bright Monday morning, the horse trotted up to him with a saddle on his back. "Camel, oh camel," he said, "come on out and trot like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel. The horse sighed, went away, and told the man. A little later, the dog came along, with a stick in his mouth. "Camel, oh camel," he barked, "come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." "Humph," was the only reply. So, the dog went away and told the man. Then came the ox, with a heavy yoke on his neck. "Camel, oh camel," he lowed, "come and plough like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel again. And just like the others, the ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day, the man called the horse, the dog, and the ox together. "I'm very sorry for you three," he said, "but that hump thing in the desert clearly can't work. If he could, he'd be here by now. So, I'm going to leave him alone. And that means, you must work double time to make up for his share." Well, that made the three very, very angry. They gathered at the edge of the desert to complain. And who should wander by but the camel, still chewing on a date. He looked at them, let out a little laugh, said "Humph," and ambled away again. Just then, a great cloud of dust rolled in, and out of it stepped the Jinn, the spirit in charge of all deserts. "Jinn of all deserts," neighed the horse. "Is it right for anyone to be so idle when the world is still so new?" "Certainly not," boomed the Jinn. "Well," said the horse, "there's a creature in the middle of your desert, with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done a single stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't even trot." "Phew," whistled the Jinn. "That's my camel, for all the gold in Arabia. What does he have to say for himself?" "He says humph," growled the dog. "And he won't plough," added the ox. The Jinn wrapped himself up in his swirling dust cloak, took a quick bearing across the desert, and zoomed off. He found the camel right where you'd expect, admiring his own reflection in a pool of water under the date palm. "My long and bubbling friend," said the Jinn, "what is all this I hear about you doing no work?" "Humph," said the camel, not even bothering to look up. The Jinn sat down, put his chin in his hand, and began to think a great magic. The camel just kept staring at his reflection. "You've given the three extra work since Monday morning," the Jinn said, his voice growing serious, "all because of your excruciating idleness." "Humph," said the camel. The Jinn leaned in closer. "I wouldn't say that again if I were you." But what did the camel do? He said "humph" one more time. And no sooner had the word left his mouth than he saw his back, the back he was so proud of, begin to puff up and up and up into a great, big, wobbly humph. "Do you see that?" asked the Jinn. "That's your very own humph that you've brought on yourself by not working. Today is Thursday, and you've done nothing since Monday. But now, you are going to work." "How can I?" the camel complained, looking at the giant lump on his back. "With this humph on me." "That," said the Jinn, "is made on purpose. It's because you missed those 3 days. Now you'll be able to work for 3 days without eating, because you can live on your humph. And don't you ever say I didn't do anything for you. Now, get out of this desert, go to the 3, and behave." So the camel, with his new humph, went away to join the 3. And from that day to this, the camel always wears his humph. But, the story goes, he has never yet caught up with the 3 days he missed at the beginning of the world. And he has never quite learned how to behave. He learned the hard way that patience with work is a virtue he couldn't afford to just say humph. 2. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales. See you next time.